to get anything going. Morning, afternoon, good evening, good Saturday. Some of you it's Sunday. Welcome to another live unboxing of something. I don't know what yet. And I'm pretty sure that this camera is not going to cooperate. There we go. Table's a mess. I've not done anything since Saturday in here. Exactly how I left it last week. How are y'all doing? Let's get the channel brought up here on my computer. And I've got no chat. Lovely. Well, that's cute. I did have some more boxes come in this week. There we go. Toy Mafia, how you doing, man? Matt 2310. Yo. CBS Sci-Fi. Hello. Jake, how you doing, man? Good morning. Well, waiting, or is my computer being stupid? I'm the one that's being stupid. I moved my boxes around and knocked a bunch of stuff over. If you can imagine, who would have thought that would have been the case? Sorry about that for running late. Thanks for sticking with and waiting for. This Spider-Man, I was investigating the person's channel, and everything else that he was selling appeared to be legit. And based on a very professional opinion, which I'm pretty sure I'm allotted to have because of my experience in unboxing these figures and owning them, I feel very strongly that I am justified in claiming that this was not a new figure. But I didn't feel so strongly that I wanted to get into a fight with it over him. I'm happy with the figure. I'm happy with the price, I guess. So I'll be keeping this, even though it's clearly not in the proper condition that it should be. But I'm fairly pleased with the price I paid for it, and so I'm going to keep it, and I'm not going to get into a fight with the customer. The seller. Got a 100% rating, and everything else that he's selling is appears to be legit. This one, the box on it that in the pictures he shows claims it was damaged, and you can see that's where obviously they ripped the tape open when they opened it up. But none of the others appear to have ever been damaged. So unless he's using a hot heat, hair dryer or heating gun to remove the tape from it, which would leave some type of residue no matter, everything else appeared legit. So I'm just not going to fight it. I'm going to keep the figure, and I'm pleased with it to some degree. To give you an update on that. But that wasn't a new figure. NKSG, how's it going, man? I'm doing good. I have not. So we can't talk about Vision and Wanda spoilers until next week. So we can talk about how good it is, but we can't talk about what's going on. Because there's some of you still that probably haven't even subscribed to Disney yet, waiting until the final episode airs, and then they're probably going to binge watch it and watch it in that manner and try to keep their subscription within reason. So I'm going to respect that And let's not spoil the show any more than necessary, but we can say it's a good show, and it appears to have the way that they're setting it up. It appears it's going to have some long-lasting effects and outcomes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So now we're actually seeing television shows that are affecting the cinematic universe. What it appears to be, from what I've seen of the episodes. Some boxes that came in. I don't know what this one is. So yeah, I'd appreciate if we don't spoil WandaVision. Last episode that I've watched was the cast change. Those of you that have watched it know exactly what I'm talking about. Those of you that haven't, I don't believe that I've said anything that would spoil anything. And I didn't see the episode. I just seen, the reveal of it. So I haven't seen that episode where that takes place. So that's where I am on that. Oh, Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan, announced by Hot Toys. That's exciting. That was exciting. If you've obviously, there's no sense in saying we can't talk about the Mandalorian at this point. If you've not seen the Mandalorian at this point, spoilers be damned. I don't know what you're waiting on. That figures up, or announced by Hot Toys. I thought that was pretty cool. Okay. So I bought another Iron Spider because what I regretted, and it was one of the ones that had originally ordered 2 of back in the day, and came out when things were not good for me. Because I wanted to be able to display one in the Iron Spider mode, and I wanted to be able to display one in this Hall of Armor, a la the ending scene of Captain America Civil War, right? Wasn't it Civil War? Where Tony reveals the suit to him in the Hall of Armor, in his own Hall of Armor. So that's what this is. There's there's another Iron Spider for me. And I've got a Hall of Armor someplace coming as well. The Toys Box, whatever it's called. The Iron Spider Hall of Armor. So this one will be displayed without the Iron Spider pieces on it. By the way, Martin Regard, I was the old man. Max King, howdy. Just want to have a quick inspection of this. So remember, these were the ones where the head sculpt is different than the others in regards to attaching to the body. Kind of sucks. I don't remember how exactly it attached. I don't remember whether or not there's an adapter you can put in here. But it was like a big magnet inside of it. So it didn't attach like a normal head sculpt does. By the way. Love that Hot Toys new toy smell. He looks great. So he doesn't feel loose. Relatively new figure in regards to any of them. So, and this one appears to be packaged well. If it was ever on display, they put it right back quite nicely. I'm pleased with this. Not a problem that I see, I'm concerned with. And of course, you know, we've talked about this before. Enjoy the hobby. Buy your figures, put them on display, stick them on the shelf, put them in a deadhoff, however you want to display them. And when you're getting rid of them for whatever reason that you have to get rid of them for, just be on the up and up. If there's any damage to it, if it's loose or whatever, and let us decide. Trust me, the difference between $400 and $375 isn't going to make or break you if you're selling a figure, okay? Or whatever you end up selling it for. You know what I mean? If it's in pristine condition, you get $400. If it's not, you get $375. After eBay's and PayPal and everybody's done with their getting their fees out of the doggone thing. Not going to be making much money on it as it is anyways. But just be on the up and up and just say, hey, look, you know, the knee's loose. All right, well, we're familiar with that figure, and we know the knees are going to be loose on it. And then let us decide, as collectors, whether or not we're willing to buy it for that price or not. Simple as that. You know, don't ruin it. Don't ruin the hobby. Talking a lot of nonsense as though it's brand spanking new, never before touched by anybody. It's been in the box in the day you've owned it. You never take it out of the box, unless that's true. You know what I mean? That's my opinion on it. I don't mind, like I've said before, every one of us that are Hot Toys collectors own super glue. You have to. You're going to be repairing a gosh darn figure straight from Hot Toys, let alone the one you bought used. You know what I'm saying? It's a big deal. So what? You got a little damage. You enjoyed your figure. How brand new figures that you've got in the box you've never taken out before sometimes sell for less than what they were brand new. So it's not always a win. I bought my Electro for $50 from Big Bad Toy Store, brand new. And I know there's some of you that paid $200 or whatever he was selling for brand new. Now you're not going to get one for $50 now. Somebody was telling me that upgraded suits or stealth suits, or somebody was saying that they're selling for below cost. I mean, before what they sell for new. Spider-Man Far From Home SM stealth suit. I knew that these were coming, so I thought I'd had them already. Let's get these opened up. How's that sound? Night Monkey. I got the Night Monkey suits. I'm going to open up the deluxe. I bought one of each. This is the one that has the elemental base. Because it's all about the base. The base. And let's see what this box is. While we're at it. Also from Big Bad Toy Store. Oh, you'll be pleased to know I pre-ordered the Vulture, Iron Scavenger, whatever Jazz Inc. calls it, for is it $300 or $500? So I'm really disappointed in the way the land speeder turned out from him, but I'm putting my faith into the Iron, you know, the Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Gamora. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got one of the box back here. Don't know if you can see it or not. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I bought it and have no idea where I'm going to put it. It's a dewback from Sideshow. I don't even know where I'm going to put my land speeder. I don't even know where I'm putting my 1/6 scale Camaro. Where the hell am I going to put this? Why the hell did I buy it? What's wrong with me? Got two Detos over here I need to put together too. Why are there not enough hours in the week? Max King, howdy. Did I already say howdy to you? I'm pretty sure I did. Can't wait for them to bring X-Men into the MCU and that the Mutants movie. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. I am with you. And Deadpool. Heck yeah. I hope Gambit is in this one. I've always thought Gambit was a pretty cool character. They've got a lot of really cool characters when you get down to it. Gambit's really cool. Yeah, he'll be a cool one. The Night Monkey. So I don't know how popular this suit has been. I have a feeling that this particular one with the elemental base, the lava base, which goes nicely with the Sandman, right, is going to be something that's going to be sought after because of the base, personally. My upgraded suit, I was told, is being shipped to me also. Spider-Man upgraded suit. Man, I tell you, this is the time. I've been a Spider-Man fan for a very long time. And I didn't start collecting these during the Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield Hot Toys days. Started collecting these with the Iron Man. And I didn't know much about Iron Man, so I learned a lot about him through the MCU. But Spider-Man's always been my guy. So I'm like flying high as a kite with the popularity of Spider-Man, and I'll buy any Spider-Man figure that they make. I don't even care. I do not even care. So this is a big box. I don't think I've seen a Spider-Man box this big yet. And then, of course, the reveal of the name of the new one, right? Mysterio's helmet. That's cool how they did that. You added a velvet line to the walls and shelves of a Detolf. The way my case looks now, especially with the bright white lights. Nice. Nice. Artwork on some of these boxes is amazing. I don't have room to display all the figures, but if I did have enough room to display the art boxes too, oh man. Some of these art boxes are just absolutely amazing. I mean, for real. Let's see, who do we have? Hero Kwan and Japheth Law are the product designers. JC Hong, head painter. Accessory sculptor Oliver Lee. Costume production designer Pun Lo and Mr. Sang. Package designer Zine the ZC, Hayat C, and Monster Jr. Photography directors Kakin Tit and Hero Kwan. Molten Man diorama base designed by Studio Hive. Product controllers Hero Kwan and Sunny Ping. Head painter JC Hong. So if you didn't know already, each one of these head sculpts, even though, so they're sculpted, okay. I think they're probably all now done 3D in regards to the sculpting. So they're sculpted by a sculptor, and then they all come off the assembly line. But each one is individually hand painted, in case you're ever curious about that. So JC Hong has touched every one of these head sculpts. The master himself. He's the big cheese at the Korea Hot Toys facility. He's in charge of all the head sculpts. So the head sculpts are done in Korea at the Hot Toys facility there. So each one is individually hand painted. The head sculpts are. In case you're curious. Not enough space. I have the two Detolfs, right? And each of those cost me $100. I bought two new Detolfs. Each of those have cost me $100. And that's where the struggle comes. Do I buy a new figure or do I buy a Detolf? On. Figure, of course. Right? How's that even a question? Look at this packaging on this. I got to tell you, no matter, this is worth it. The pictures I've seen of this are off the chart. So, sure, you might not be a Night Monkey fan. It's like the untraditional red and gold Iron Man figures didn't sell well. Blue Steel did. But other than that, if it wasn't red and gold, a lot of people just didn't have any interest in it. I'm not going to understand that. And or you're a collector that only wants one or two pieces to represent that character. This isn't necessarily one that you're going to show off as your Spider-Man. If you're collecting a little bit of everything, you got your DC and your Predator and your Terminator and your John Wick and your Aliens and everything else, and here's your one Spider-Man. This probably isn't going to be the one that you're going to add to your collection for that. But if you're a Spider-Man collector, I don't remember what the price difference was on this. I'm sure it was negligible. Maybe $20, possibly, between the two. I can't imagine why you wouldn't get at least this one over that. Love that Hot Toy smell. Love that Joker. Look at this. It's like molten glass is what this looks like that they did. It's not. It's plastic. So I don't know how you could have done this through mass production and it looked this way easily. I don't know. I really don't. This is remarkable. And I'm curious if every one of them are exactly the same. So if you happen to have one, look at these fingers and tell me, are yours colored in this exact manner? Are every one of these unique? Look at the face there and tell me, does yours look like this? I don't know how they could make these all identical. Maybe that's a non-issue. Maybe every single one of them are identical and they have a process of doing that where they're capable of doing this to that, and I'm just ignorant in regards to that. This is just too much, man. This is just amazing. God, it's very light. Doesn't weigh hardly anything. And yeah, this is probably the most amazing thing about this whole figure right now, I'm telling you. So this is probably the best reveal. It's lit up. Has batteries down there. It'd be nice if it was triple A's, which it looks like it might be. Pre-ordered a Susu Homelander figure. What's Homelander? Is that the one like the guy? I don't even know what that's from. What show is that from? Is that the one where he looks like some sort of a Captain America or Superman or something? Is that what that one is? I've seen that and I don't recognize where that's from. Help me out. All right, 3 triple A's. So that's nice. It's easily converted over to AC in regards to that. So this would be an easy one. You could power up. So it would be 4.5 volts, which is what LEDs run. 4.5 volts. Each AAA is 1.5. 2 of them would be 3. 3 of them are 4.5. And you can buy AC adapters for these quite easily. And which means you can power it up, plug it into a remote control style device, and just have it come on with your LEDs, your lights for your display. So that's nice. That's nice. So that's going to be something that you can light up. And I've trapped myself here in this room. I have to go to the kitchen to get some AAA batteries. Golly. I've taken over the whole room almost. And still not enough room. Still not enough room. Mysterio's coming out in the very near future. Yes, he is. I hope they do a good job with him. I dislike this new habit of them installing these eyes in the giant piece here. I like it when they were little things like this. I can just shove straight into my little drawer and keep them all together as such. So I don't care for this package design. I'm sure it saves them 10 cents, which of course they would never reflect back on their selling price to us. I mean, they would eat that 10 cents, you know? Yeah, right. As if. Taking all these pieces out of this upper piece to get to this lower piece. I'll show you what they are here in a minute. So it looks exactly the same. How in the world do they make these? How do they make these dioramas, man? I mean, I swear to God, I have no idea, for real, how they're able to do this. This is just beyond me. This is beyond me. It really is. I have no idea how they mass produce these. For real. I don't get it. I have no idea. Magic. It's done by magic. That's how they do it. I'm convinced. There's some hocus pocus stuff going on here, man. Magic hot toys. You know, I bought the 2 Detolfs thinking that'd be enough for my Spider-Man collection, because that's what these 2 Detolfs are, Spider-Man figures. Not gonna be enough. I'm gonna have to buy 2 more Detolfs, at least. Okay, this is interesting. What in the world? What is this? Is there no head sculpt? Are you kidding me? The Night Monkey comes with no head sculpt? But he comes with a neck? Did I miss something? There's a neck. What am I missing here? There's no head sculpt in here. Why is there a neck? I'm really confused right now. I'm really confused. One helmet, and he comes with a neck. What did I miss? You can put the head off the new one on him. The new one, you're talking about any other Spider-Man? Is that what they're doing? They give you the neck so you can take a head sculpt off of one of the other Spider-Man and put it on this? Really? Is anybody else truthfully confused over this? Am I the only one that's making an issue out of something that doesn't exist? What the hell did JC Hong paint? Make sure I read this correctly. Head painter, JC Hong. Head painter. He didn't paint this. Head art direction. Painting controller. What the hell did he paint? Is there a head someplace? Am I totally missing the mark here? What the hell head? What head? Did he get paid to paint this? What the hell did he paint? Where's the head? Guys, for real, I'm losing my mind here. Help me out. The neck is for the upgraded suit head. But it says head painter on the box. I think someone's getting paid for not doing their job. JC Hong, what the hell are you doing, man? Do they know that you ripped them off for painting something that you didn't put in the box? You're going to get in trouble. I'm telling you. Can't mess around like that. It just doesn't make any sense. It for real makes... Come on. I can't be the only one that sits there and says, huh? Okay, so we get the this web splat piece. We have wrist pegs, black wrist pegs. I call it the Todd McFarlane webbing. We get this. It seems to be coming with all the Spider-Men now. I think there was a couple that didn't come with it of the new ones. And we also get the traditional pack that's been coming for the last 10 years of Spider-Man. However long it's been. It's not even been that long, to tell you the truth. We have the new style. The slide down, which I'm not a fan of. And that's all those accessories. So now I'll get to these. Man, I'm sorry that I'm like going off on this missing head, but it doesn't make any sense. For real, it makes zero sense. It makes zero sense, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Upgraded the head or not. Calling them out on it. It's bullshit. Was that always included in the description too of when we ordered these 2 years ago or however long it was? It always said includes neck. No head. Hey, trust me, by the time I'm selling one of these figures, you guys will know that it's been out of the box. Got this negative suit. If you want it for sale. It's not been posted anywhere. Because I bought a new one after I damaged the first one. I posed it in an action pose, and the little hip area, the paint like faded off or peeled off or something. Right there in that area where it was wrinkled up. So if you want a good price on a negative suit, send one out to you. I'm literally just going to open up the brand new one that I bought, take the figure out, and put the damaged one in there, so all the accessories are brand new, never taken out of the package. I think I'll get some AAA batteries for this. I'll get myself out of the room. Movie promo edition. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3. Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire Black Suit Spider-Man 3. Hulk and Bruce Banner Avengers. Empty boxes. I'll be right back. It's my personal preference. If you're buying AA's, AAA batteries to put into your toys and accessories, are these Energizer lithiums. They're very expensive compared to regular alkaline batteries. They don't leak ever. So you can put them in your accessory, forget about them. They won't leak. You don't have to worry about destroying your toy. He painted the eyes. He painted the eyes. I love it. Love your optimism, man. Good call, Jake. JC painted the neck. It'll make sense when I get the upgraded suit. Cool. They're on their way. Depending on how long COVID takes UPS to deliver the package, or EMS, or I bought my upgraded suits from 1/6 Kit. I share the love, spread it about. So there's two switch positions here, 1 and 2. So that's position 2. Whoa! And that's position 1. Okay, so the coolness factor on this just jumped exponentially. Okay. You guys have probably already seen a dozen or so videos on this. I'm going to show you anyhow, because this just blew my mind. And again, I don't watch any of the other reviewers before opening my own figure, because I want to give you guys my first impression for fact. And boy, did they just catch me off guard with this. All right. So this is switch position 1. It works. Looks cool. Does its job. It's lit up well. All right. This is switch position 2. Tell me that ain't the neatest shit that you've ever seen. Okay, the coolness factor just went right through the roof. Save on Mason, where the hell are you? You should be buying this just for the villain right here. So of course this was all a mind game. There was never an elemental monster that was in the movie. It was all fabricated by Mysterio's magic. And I use the term magic loosely because, you know, it wasn't magic. His special effects, his hypnotic mind control, or however you want to call it. God. So my only fear is, and I don't know if any of y'all have any knowledge of this, how long do LEDs last before they truly burn out? I mean, do light emitting diodes ever burn out for real? Are these going to burn these out by this doing this? Do they have their resistors or whatever's in there to keep that from happening? Can you turn this on and it not be an issue? I guess is my question. Do any of you know? I don't know. I don't know, but this is so freaking cool. It's not even kidding. It's not. Oh my God. Man, this is just too much. This is just way too much. Look at the face. Let's throw those down there. See the face? Maybe this is what he painted. Maybe JC painted this head sculpt. I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. That's off. That's on. So light's well. I mean, the room's not totally dark. I have that light on over there. I've got my LEDs on here. Got some light coming from the window. That's off. That's cycling on right there. Takes just a second to warm up. God. My goodness. This is just too much. Just too much. It really is. Whatever the price difference was between the base model and this, well worth it. Totally well worth it. Totally and completely well worth it. So the eyes that he comes with is maybe he painted the eyes. Maybe this is actually the head sculpt that he did paint, because there are some Peter eyes in there. And maybe JC had to paint those. Maybe these were painted separate of the helmet and then assembled into the helmet. Like the Batman and the Captain America jaw lines that come in and out of the helmet to change the facial expression. Maybe that's what he painted. So Peter's eyes are looking off in this direction over here. It's quite interesting. They're not looking straight at you. Turning the fan on. It's a little warm in here. So maybe this is what he painted. I don't know. It is funny that his eyes are looking kind of up and to the left. Very interesting. So you get 4 sets of eyes. The ones that are on the head flip up. There's a little flip up on there. See what the difference between this one and this one is? Does this one not flip up? Or is it a replacement for when you break it? Because it appears to be the same size diameter eyeball or mask opening. I'm going to assume that it doesn't flip up. That's what it appears. And it doesn't flip up. So evidently, the flip up ones, the eye lenses are not interchangeable. Okay. So if you flip it up, it's the wide open eyes. All right. If you want to interchange them, you use the other one that doesn't flip up, and then the eyepieces just go in that place, and you have 2 other eye openings. You have the standard one, you have really wide open, which is wider than the one that comes on the figure, and then you have a narrowed eye. Now, sometimes eyes are interchangeable with other Spider-Man figures. I don't think that would be the case here because they don't attach by magnets. It's little pegs, if you can see them there, that snap into place on the non-flip up version of the lens piece. So depending on how you want to do that, so that's the flip up, non-interchangeable if you want to have them up, or the down, and you can see how you would attach the lenses for the other eyes on there. That's pretty cool. Night monkey. So I'm going to put these all in his little drawer here. It comes with what I call the Spider-Man position hands, left and right. And that's because the fingertips are bent up as he's pressing into, a building or whatever. His fingertips bend up there at the end. And that's a very classic Spider-Man appearance. I've noticed it didn't happen on the Andrew Garfield and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, now that I have those in my collection. I literally had thought that these were all going to be designed the same as they were from day one in that regards, but no, there's been a huge difference in the Spider-Man design of these figures from when they were doing the Tobey and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Two fists with the holes all the way through for the webbing, whether you're going to be doing a Todd McFarlane or this piece webbing going through the fist. Either one of them will go all the way through, or in case you wanted to have the long pieces through, like as if he's just has a long piece all the way through, you can do that too. So two of those. And be careful, I've broken this piece. I've broken one here, not this one. I've broken one here at the top, and I've broken one down here at the bottom. Because what they tell you to do is they tell you when you put it through to not force it, but to pull it through. Now this hole is huge, and they tell you to pull it through, and so I'm pulling it through on the bottom, and it snapped right off there. I'm trying to tug it through the tight hole. And on another one, I was pushing it through on the top, and it snapped up here in the top. So be careful with those. Grind out the hole or whatever you have to do in order to get it bigger. But these holes are huge in that regard, so I don't see any problem on getting this one right in there as it needs to be for holding that piece, and or, as I like to call it, the Todd McFarlane piece. And that's because, in my opinion, nobody really addressed this crazy webbing all over the place until Todd started drawing Spidey. And he more or less brought the webbing to life and made it a whole nother character in the story, in my opinion. That's how that works. Slides through the top and the bottom. So Todd would just have these uncontrollable webs all over the place. And you might disagree and say that some other artist was doing that before Todd started it. I don't know. It's what I remember. So I call this the Todd McFarlane webbing. Of course, we get two I Love You flip hands. The classic way of Spider-Man giving the web flip. Two grasping hands, left and a right for this. I like the way they did these. They did a good job. The detail on the back of that. You get a neck. It's like a regular old standard neck something that was included with like an Iron Man Mark IV from 10 years ago. And then we get two fists that you cannot put webbing into, punching fists. This appears to be a molded zipper. It is. Interesting. So it has a fake zipper in the front. It's molded into the suit. That zipper does not function whatsoever. And you can see here on the his right side is the sew-up side, where they assembled the suit around the body. In case you're curious, how they got the body into the suit, sewed it up on that side. This is interesting. The boots are. This is really interesting. Um, there's some hella toe articulation here. Um, Look at how high up I can get that toe. And then there's three pieces here to this boot. So in all actuality, I'm assuming it's an ankle extender that's in here. So you have this piece is separate from this piece, and then the foot or the shoe is separate from the ankle. So you have your shin, your ankle, and your shoe, all to aid in some form of positioning. So I like the style of that, or how they attempted that. It's pretty neat in that regards. I'm impressed by that. But a lot of ankle pivot for you guys that like to put your figures in some really extreme Spider-Man poses. Spider-Man has really articulated himself in all the comics and in the movies. He really gets himself into some extreme positions here, and they did a good job with this foot in regards to allowing you to be able to do that in posing him. And I like that the foot isn't just totally black. It's kind of this, I don't know, what would you call that? There's a brown wash on it. There towards the bottom. And it's amazingly done well. And it's not distracting at all. And the way that they did the toe pivot, you can, it's not, again, it doesn't even stand out. If I hadn't shown you that the toe moves, you probably wouldn't even recognize that that was something that was designed to move in the first place. Entire suit's rubber. Or latex, whatever you want to call it. I'm looking to where the webbing attaches on this. I don't see specifically a web shooter hole on this. I think it's there. I need my glasses. Man, I don't know. I cannot tell if that's a hole or not. Yeah, let's get a piece of webbing and find out. I don't believe it is. No. Yes. I'll be doggone. So that's a little hole there for that web shooting, that web shooter that the webbing goes into. Super small to my eyes. I mean, even with the glasses, it's hard to differentiate that it comes out of there. But when it's installed properly, it shoots right out of the rock, out of the correct spot. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's his web shooter. If you can see that. Not sure if it's focusing in or not. So the only figure base this comes with, this one comes with, is the Molten Man. And Molten Man actually was a character in the comics. So it's interesting that they just kind of toss him aside as a fake thing that Mysterio uses. Of course, I remember watching the movie when Mysterio was telling Nick Fury and them that he comes from Earth 616. Of course, you diehard comic book fans know that Earth 616 is the main Marvel universe. So, of course, we knew that was a lie as soon as he said it. And as soon as he said it, first thing I thought was, okay, the writers are idiots. I lost all faith in Kevin Feige at that point, or whoever it was that was writing that movie, or directing it, or in charge of it. I don't remember if Feige was in charge, or Sam Raimi was still in charge. Who was in charge of that one? But I lost all faith in them at that point. I was like, okay, somebody screwed that up, because Earth 616 is the comic book Earth. But then when we found out that he was just telling a story, that would explain why he just randomly pulled that number out of the air, because he was from the same Earth as the main Tom Holland is from, which we're assuming is he's from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? Which is Earth 199999, 19,999. We're assuming the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Spider-Man movies are the same Earth. I mean, this don't look much like Spider-Man at all, and I'm not saying from the movie. I imagine it looks exactly like the movie, but it just looks like any regular tactical Agent of Shield suit or something to that effect. I've not seen this suit on anybody else, but there's nothing here denoting Spider-Man at all anywhere on this. So that's why I can truthfully see how somebody could easily pass on this if they're a Spider-Man collector or not necessarily a full-on Spider-Man collector, because nothing screams Spider-Man on this except for the helmet or your own knowledge that this is the Night Monkey. I mean, the helmet's pretty explanatory that that's Spidey. No, you know what? Not even that. I wouldn't even say that's true because there's a couple of characters actually that kind of have that look, don't they? Now that I think about it. So yeah, I can truthfully see how somebody who isn't a big Spider-Man collector or isn't collecting them all could just as easily just say, "Yeah, this is a pass." But I really stand behind my opinion that if you're passed on this, jeez. It's almost to the point that I have a feeling people will be selling these for some pretty good chiding. You know, dropping the figure here for whatever, $200, selling this for $200. I don't know. So there's the neck, interchangeable neck. Pretty sure I have Tom Holland head here someplace. That's not on a figure. Might be wrong. What do y'all think of that, by the way? Good save, right? Jeez. Color's a little off on it. I think it works. No. I guess all my Tom Holland heads are on the figures. Iron Spidey is definitely a different head altogether. But curious if the Far From Home, or I mean the Homecoming Spidey and the homemade suit will fit it. Iron Spider will not. That's a fact. Now, I think I remember seeing someplace somebody had made an adapter for that. Am I wrong? A lot of boxes here to go through. We'll rip this head off of one of these Spideys. See if I can put it on the Night Monkey and see what it looks like. Grab the homemade. Yeah, the color's off on this, but this is made by So-So Toys, Susu Toys, whichever. But it works. I like it. It's not bad. Does the job. Tells the story. So this is the only battle damage head that we had. I don't know if the upgrade suit comes with the battle damage head. I don't think so. Even the third-party head sculpts that I've seen, they're not battle damaged. The neck piece stuck in the head, so I'm gonna take it out of this. Try to, at any rate. There we go. Terrible color match. Much lighter on the neck. What do you think? I think that works. But yeah, I've seen a lot of third-party head sculpts out there for sale. C'est bon, Maison! Hey! It is very cool. Very, very cool. I only got mine for that base. There you go. So cool. That works pretty good. I think so too. I think so too. I just find it interesting that they wouldn't give us a head sculpt. It just seems wrong. It just seems wrong to not do that. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So here we go. Brand new figure. Has a loose hip. So you'll see it sometimes, no matter. So it's not always an indication of a worn out figure. Because here you see brand new. This right hip. It's loose. It happens. It's not always an indicator of a well used or worn out figure. Sometimes it just comes that way. Can't get the little back in the neck. Deal with that later. So what do we unbox next for the next 30 minutes? Sable Mason, did you get the base, dude? Did you get the Molten Man? Do you consider him a villain? I'll be using Velcro on the bottom of the Molten Man base to have him upright. Velcro on the bottom of the Molten Man base. As in such. Are you going to hang it like that? It's a pretty cool idea. I like that. Is that what you're talking about? Doing one of those things? It's a pretty neat idea. I can see that. Have them coming at you like that. Is that what you're talking about? I like that idea. That's a pretty good idea. It's a really good idea, actually, isn't it? And this screws in, so you can still use it if you wish to pose your Spider-Man as such. It's a really good idea. It's a really good idea. I like it. That'll look great posed as such. Good call. Good call. Ned Leeds, made by Young Rich. So I think Young Rich is who made these Miles Morales that I like. So we're going to stay on to the Spider-Man kick here. So I've got the other Ned Leeds, which I think was called the Fat Man or something, where he's just wearing the Spider-Man helmet, the face mask. And I was just really disappointed that we didn't get a head sculpt with that. This one has a head sculpt, but I wasn't too thrilled with the prototype images of it. But it didn't matter. Let's have a look at it and see what it looks like here. I figure I can do this within 30 minutes. So it's hard to say whether you would agree or disagree from that painting, picture, whether that looks like the actor. And I'm sorry I don't know the actor's name. Please forgive me for not knowing the actor's name who portrayed Ned Leeds in the current Spider-Man movies. I am happy to see him with Betty. Remember Betty Bryant? Ned Leeds, Betty Leeds. I think I ordered MJ also. Don't remember. She also comes with the coat. Homecoming Deluxe, I think, came with the coat. Or no. Yeah. Golly. It's taped up. I'm trying to unbox a shoebox here. And they taped it. I wasn't expecting that. So they call this Young Rich presents an Young Rich production. It should be a Young Rich production. An Young Rich production. Ned Leeds, The Way of the Spider-Man. That's what they call this. 1/6 real masterpiece collectible figure. Thank you for choosing Young Rich. 1/6 masterpiece of Ned Leeds Spider-Man YR009. To ensure that customers could better enjoy the product, please review the care and maintenance guidelines. I'm going to read all that. You can if you wish, if that's in focus. Probably need to look at the instructions to this last Spider-Man figure. Why is this still not coming out of here? My goodness. There we go. Remind me what that is, please. I don't remember. Let's go through the instruction manual real quick of the Night Monkey, so named by Ned Leeds, and this is not it. Where's my Night Monkey instructions? I love calling him that. It's just so damn funny. Ned's like just very matter of factly, oh yeah, that's the Night Monkey. He's very popular around here. Something to that effect. Stealth suit. They should put stealth suit in parentheses, Night Monkey. So they had to include a single sheet talking about the batteries, but they didn't include batteries. So product does not include the indicated head sculpt. Head sculpt is only available in MMS 542 1/6 scale Spider-Man upgraded suit collectible figure, or Spider-Man Homecoming homemade suit, or Spider-Man suit, or third party. But the hair is different, evidently, as you can see there, kind of coming down in his eyes. So depending on what you want to do, there it shows the eyes that I was talking about and how that interchanges. It shows the webbing like I talked about. This is interesting on this side. Let's see what it says. Slightly adjust the position of the shoulder armor in the indicated direction for wider range of movement. So as you're adjusting his arm, please be aware that you may need to move that shoulder armor so that the arm can be adjusted properly. Slide it up and down the arm there. Was this in there? Okay. So the regular version, not the deluxe version, comes with one of these that would say Spider-Man stealth suit on it. This one just says Spider-Man. It should say Night Monkey on it, right? So this is the one from movie promo edition. And then the deluxe version, diorama base for MMS 541, MMS 540 for the regular, MMS 541 for the deluxe. Sometimes they do that, sometimes they don't. Unscrew the open battery box. AAA, RO3, or UM4 activate the light up function by toggling the on off switch. And it doesn't say anything about how long it'll last like that or anything. They call the full light mode general lighting mode, general lighting mode. And the other one they call breathing LED light mode. So it literally says general lighting mode. It's the mode, in case you were curious. So that's the instructions for this, for our night monkey. It's interesting also, like I said, that they included a thing about the batteries, even though the batteries aren't included. Maybe they had intended on, at one point, including the batteries. But still, my position is, if you're putting AAAs or AA batteries into something that you're going to forget about, buy the lithiums. Something like a clock that you're going to be changing, twice a year maybe. Alkalines are fine. But something you're going to put in and forget it, lithiums. So now I don't remember what this is here inside this box. Do you guys know? Now, I know Macendale became the Hobgoblin. Didn't Ned Leeds also become a Hobgoblin? Spider-Man fans? Refresh my memory. Did Ned also become a Hobgoblin? Robert Macendale, I think, was he the first one? Or was Ned Leeds the first one? The hell is this? I don't remember this. Help me out. What am I missing? What am I not remembering here? Oh, wow. It comes with a lot of accessories considering third-party figure. Let's have a look at the head sculpt. Images to go in the cell phone. That's probably what it is. You're probably absolutely right. Good call. Good call, Max. I think you hit the nail on the head. Love you guys. Geniuses. So what's nice about these third-party figures is, since they're not paying anybody any licensing fees on these, they go right ahead and make the New Balance shoe and even put New Balance on the shoe. They don't even care. The shoe just came off of his leg as I was removing him from the package. I was able to get it on there. Not really. Thought I did. Should compare the coat to the one provided by Hot Toys. The jeans look nice. Nice color. It's not a jean material though. It's real thin. The shirt looks like what I remember. And I'm pleased with this head sculpt. It resembles him well enough. Well, now the other shoe is coming right off. The shoes look a little narrow for me in regards to how I would think that his feet would be. Personal taste. I have a hard time believing his feet would be that narrow. There's the head sculpt. I'll put that there while I grab this Spider-Man made by Hot Toys with the other jacket on it down here to have a look at it for comparison purposes. There's the Hot Toys one. And there was a third-party company that was making these coats also. So to remind you, not bad. That is a little more gold, a little darker yellow. The buttons are different, but placed properly. Spidey has lapel buttonhole of a traditional high-end blazer. Ned does not. I mean, it sells it as far as that goes. You know what I mean? It is a jacket, and in all honesty, maybe you could argue that multiple companies made the different jackets for them. Maybe Ned had to get one from a big and tall store, and they used different material when they cut his. I mean, it works. I do like, for fact, the appearance here of Ned. And I'm sorry, I do not remember the actor's name. Please forgive me, sir, who portrayed Ned Leeds in the movies. I appreciate your talent. I hope you enjoy making the movies. I see you're in the new one as well. And I hope you get to continue on to be the Hobgoblin. So I'm almost positive Ned Leeds becomes the Hobgoblin. Right? I'm almost positive he does. Save on Mason, you would know. I would hope. So I'm pleased with that head sculpt. I recognize him. You know what I mean? I don't look at that and say, who the hell is that supposed to be? I mean, I can tell that's Ned Leeds. All right? No doubt about it. That works for me. Let's go through the rest of the accessories on this guy. Set him right here whilst we do that. Threw my science book down on the floor. It's funny, I remember talking about this a long time ago when Doctor Strange came out with his book. I forget the name of his book. But there's like 40 different pages in it. Peter Parker, super genius, 2 pages in his entire science book. And we get some bare feet here. And this kind of goes back to what I was saying in regards to these shoes don't look wide enough. I don't think you could get these shoes around these feet. These feet appear to be properly proportioned. These shoes do not. So we get 2 feet. Don't remember, was he walking around barefoot or something? I don't remember from the show. Get a little drawer for him here. He has the 2 relaxed hands on there. He has 2 trigger finger hands. I mean, I don't know what else to call these. Obviously, they'll hold the cell phone for the images because it's black. Good call on that. I'm curious what the other like outlets are supposed to be. Something here I can't get out of the package. What is it? Okay. I do not remember what this is. What is this? Why does he have it? You guys remember this little piece? I think it's a little metal. Didn't they win the competition or something? Or bronze? I'm not sure which. This is supposed to be a bronze or a gold. You might want to take the head off and put it underneath, and then put the head back on. Your choice. It's a little bit difficult to getting on there. Colonel Blake fishing cap, if you remember Colonel Blake. And like I said, 2 trigger hands, 2 relaxed hands, 2 fists, and 2 holding hands. But Hobgoblin will be from a different universe, but will be Ned's doppelganger. I mean, they could run Spider-Man as long as they want, for real. And we get Ned's backpack. With his little guy there. And the zippers work on the little patch. And they work on the big pouch as well. And a lot of times these don't come with any figure base. I'm gonna look underneath here just in case. Nope, no figure base. And the last thing that we have is the Science Today book. It's not as high quality as the Hot Toys one is. And good old Ned has no pages in his book. It has pages, but nothing written on it. Totally blank book. So Ned's not getting an education. So there you have it. Ned Leeds and Night Monkey for this week's unboxing. I'm glad you guys stuck around with me. Enjoyed sharing the time with you and my collection. Look forward to it every weekend. I hope you guys do too. Got a lot of stuff to unbox. I mean, a lot. So we've got plenty of weeks planned. If you enjoy what I do and want to send me a tip, www.patreon.com/Siri Emerald, all one word, SIRIEMERALD. I only have one tier in there, but you can fill it in for any dollar amount that you want. $1, $2, $5, $20. If you have it, it would be greatly appreciated. I'm not going to tell you you have to donate to me. I mean, obviously, I'm able to buy my own toys, but it's a tip, just like you give to a waitress or a waiter who's been taking care of you. So if you enjoy what I do and you have $1 or $2 you want to send my way, it would be greatly received. And to my existing Patreons, thank you very much. You can find out who they are if you go to patreon.com. Every one of them have asked that I not divulge their names, and so I respect that. So thank you, current Patreons, for your continued support and your tip to me. Like I said, I've got nothing to give you. I'm certainly not giving away a $400, $300, $200 Lot Toys figure because I'm paying for them myself. But thank you very much for those of you who are able to contribute and donate and help out and produce the show. Like, subscribe, share. You can do that. Doesn't cost you anything, and that helps out the metrics. But trust me, the pennies that YouTube gives me for these videos does not pay for the show either. It's cents per mille, CPM, 2 cents per 1,000 clicks. And you guys see the count of how many people watch these shows. It's not even 1,000. So I don't even get 2 cents off of a video. So don't think for 1 second that YouTube's putting money in my pocket. They're not. And what little bit they do, they turn into the IRS to make sure that the IRS gets their hands on those 2 cents too. So anyhow, I appreciate and love every one of you. Thank you very much for tuning in to the show. We're here every Saturday. You direct the show, really. Whatever you tell me to do is pretty much what we do. Room tours, unboxing something if you see that I have here that specifically you want to see. If you want to see a figure or talk about a figure, I follow the chat right along as we're going. So it's your show. It really is your show. I just happen to be the host going on with it. You guys direct it. So thank you very much. We'll be here next Saturday. The Chitauri core. Is that what that is? That little pink piece that I have no idea what it is? Is that what that was? Yeah, definitely that thing Ned had that day. Is that what that is? Next time, Baby Toy Mafia, you bet, man. Thank you. You're always the first person. I think only one time were you beat out by somebody else that posted first in the chat. Every time. Martin Rygard Lassen, thank you very much. Jake D, of course. Every week, thank you, sir. Thank you, NKSG. Good seeing you again, man. You were gone for quite some time. Glad to have you back in the show. Really love every one of you guys. I sure do. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much. And so I'm going to wrap this up. Kept y'all 2 hours. And that's about as long as I think anybody really wants to sit through one of these. Unless we really got something exciting going on. And I enjoy it. We'll check on my wife, see how she's doing this morning. And I will see you all on the next video. Peace. Love you. Bye.